Hey there guys, so the past few weeks we have been talking about poi flowers. We started out with the idea of creating them petal by petal till you got to a 4-petal inspin. We then took the idea of using both hands at the same time to create same time, same direction inspin flowers, same time, opposite flowers, split time, same direction flowers, and finally, split time opposites flowers. Now, being as how we've gone through all the 4 major combinations of timing and direction, what's left to deal with really is the concept of anti-spin. Since everything we've played with so far has been in-spin flowers, it's time to give anti-spin a little love. Now, I could easily do another series entirely on anti-spin, and depending upon what people ask me for, I may yet. But being as how this series is already 5 weeks long and I feel like it's getting a little bit long in the tooth, I thought I would just give you guys kind of an overview of how you can start to build up anti-spin flowers in this video. And you can use all the same tricks to create the different timing and direction combinations with anti-spin that you did with in-spin. So hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of empowerment to be able to put together your own flowers based upon these. But essentially in this video what I'm going to teach you is 2 different approaches to creating anti-spin flowers. One is based upon a technique that Alien John has used in a lot of his classes, and the other one is a technique that I've been using really frequently in my own classes. So without further ado, anti-spin flowers. Anti-spin is what happens when the poi head is rotating around your hand in the opposite direction as the direction your hand is rotating around in space with. They feel unnatural. That feeling never entirely goes away. I'm very fond of telling students when they're learning anti-spin, because inevitably there will be some student who will switch into in-spin and be all like, oh, so have I got anti-spin? And the answer always is, if it feels comfortable, no, it's not anti-spin. If it feels uncomfortable, it's probably anti-spin. But there are a few tips and tricks I can give you to break them down a little bit more easily. Unfortunately, there are no ways to build them up easily, petal by petal, like we did in spin flowers. The method that I use for teaching anti-spin flowers does build them petal by petal, but unfortunately there's no comfortable place to return to, like an extension out of it. But I'll give you guys what I got. So starting with the Alien John based technique. I am right-handed and my dominant direction of spin is clockwise. So I'm going to start off with my right hand crossed over to my left-hand side, turning the poi clockwise, yes? Okay. What you all want to do is you want to take your dominant hand and stick it on whatever side of your body it has to be on, such that your dominant direction of spin makes it so that the poi is dropping down your center line, right? And the reason why is this. What we're going to try and do is create a moment when, as the poi is going down, you almost want to imagine that it is pulling your hand straight across your body. So as it goes down, you want to imagine that there's a given amount of weight with it, where it's yanking on your hand and taking it across your body, right? And you want to do this pretty much in a straight line if you can. So there's this moment where the poi head dips down your center line. And as that happens, your hand is kind of pulling it back out of that little valley, right? So there's a little dip, and then you're to the other side of your body. There's a dip, and you're to the other side of your body. It's very tempting to just have the poi move entirely over your hand and go like that and say, oh, well, my dip was over there. You're not cheating anybody but yourself there. Really, really, if you have to, take it slowly and actually see the poi drop down your center line and then pull your hand all the way to the other side of your body so that you know that you're stopping it and pulling it back out and creating that straight line. Do that until it feels natural, and then commence to repeating that action, right? Cool. Now the harder part. We have to perform the same action, but this time the poi head is going to go up rather than down. And once again, with my right hand rotating clockwise, I have my hand on my right side of the body, and my poi head is coming up through my center line, right? The easiest way I know to train this one is to have it be that, imagine the poi head is going to go straight up and catch it with your left hand. Then move your right hand past it underneath and let it go. And let it rotate from there, right? So we have our valley going from left to right, and from right to left, we catch it, move our hand underneath it, and drop it again, right? Basically, you want to get comfortable enough doing this that you can do it without having to catch the poi head, such that you'll see the poi head jump up in front of your center line as you're moving your hand from the right side of your body to the left side of your body. And once again, it's going to be really, really tempting just to move the poi head, your hand straight across your body. Once again, you're not cheating anybody but yourself here. Really, really see the poi head go up your center line as you're moving your hand across. It's going to feel really unnatural at first, but I guarantee after a little bit of practice, it feels a lot better. So then, you want to be able to chain these two things together. You want to get in your valley and your hop in front of your face. Valley and hop in front of your face. Valley and hop in front of your face. You know you're getting the rhythm for this right when you can count 3 downbeats to the move. That is, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? When you're counting 3 downbeats to it and you're able to keep it going back and forth, you know that you're in good shape and you know that you're ready to move to the next step, which is, we've been moving our hand back and forth across in a straight line, right? Well, we're now going to take that straight line and we're going to bow it out into curves and thus create a circle, right? So the first step that we're going to have to work with is we're going to have to drop our hand down as the poi is going down as well. So rather than just letting it go down your center line, your hand is actually going to go down in a V as well. So think that when the poi head goes down, your hand is going down too. And then your hand is going to pull the poi head back out straight to your right hand side. Yeah? So it's like a little bounce. Cool. Now the harder part. You have to do the up and over bit. The best way I've found to really think this kind of contextualize what's going to happen is imagine that what you're actually doing is throwing the poi head straight up in the air. And thus, your hand is doing a little bit of follow-through as it goes up and over, right? You want to pop it and move it over, yeah? So you're going to have a valley and pop it up and over. Go down in the valley, throw it up and over, yeah? And once again, you want to get it to the point where this feels like it's only got 3 downbeats. If I count them, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you're watching, you're going to be noticing that what this actually creates is 4 pedals, not 3. So why the disparity? Well, you may remember from our unit on how to build up in-spin flowers that a 4-pedal in-spin is not actually 4 downbeats either. It is 5 downbeats. The reason being that getting around this big circle adds an extra downbeat. Now, anti-spin flowers behave the opposite way. They take away a downbeat. This is all fuzzy poi math, and you don't actually need to know this aside from being able to check yourself and know that you're generating the right number of downbeats when you create this flower. It can be very tempting to try and count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice I'm no longer creating 4 pedals, I'm creating 5 pedals. So check yourself to make sure that, that you're doing the proper number of pedals, because we like symmetry, and when we see 4 pedals, it looks cool to us. So this is one method for learning anti-spin flowers, and it works. If it works for you, awesome. I also like to teach another method to building anti-spin flowers, and this method is a lot harder. It requires a lot more work, but it also teaches you how to stall out at each of the pedals going around in a way that I think is really useful. So the way this begins is you're going to start with your poi head face straight down along center line, and your hand is down around your pelvis. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the poi from this point, and you're going to flip it over your hand, and you're going to stall it out to the side, and then come back. If you're just starting out, it's not unusual for your stall to go down, and then you're pulling it between two down points. That's totally fine. As time goes on, you'll be able to stall it straight out to the side. For right now, it doesn't matter if you're stalling down twice. But what does matter is that you're going back and forth between this point straight to your right and straight down. Right, down, right, down, right, down. Yeah? Cool. If that's feeling relatively easy, you're then going to build to a top pedal. How that's going to work is you're going to throw it right, and as the poi comes underneath your hand, you're actually going to try and throw it straight up in the air, just like we did when we were working with the top pedal in the Alien John version of how you build this pattern, right? So we throw it right, we throw it up, and then we come back down, and this is really, really crucial. You don't want to let the poi head go over your hand at the top. If you have to, keep your hand slightly to the side to make sure that the poi head drops back down on the same side of the hand as the one it went up. What we're doing here is we're training your hand to do a stall straight up out of that pedal, right? So we're going to throw it right, we're going to throw it up. Bring it back right, bring it back down. Right, up, right, down. Right, up, right, down. And once again, I kind of imagine the top pedal as being a point where I'm trying to imagine that I'm throwing the poi head straight up and then bringing it back down the same way, right? Cool. Now, if both of those are feeling relatively stable, it's time to add the third pedal. And this is when you actually do allow the poi head on top to go over your hand. What you're going to do is you're going to throw it right, you're going to throw it up, let it go over your hand, and as it's coming down, you're going to sweep your hand to the left, and when it's pointed straight out, you're going to pull it back underneath, top pedal, down. Right, top, left, top, right, down. Again, right, top, left, top, right, down. Right? Okay, now it's time for the last pedal. So for the last pedal, what you're going to do is you're going to go right, up, left, and you're going to make sure that the poi head is able to come over your hand once again, and as it's coming down, you're going to drop it back down your center line. So you're creating a circle that ends straight down once again, yeah? So we're going to go right, up, left, and stop straight down. Now we're going to pull it back the opposite direction. So you're going to throw it left, up, right, down, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, down. Yeah? Now, if you've gotten this far and it's feeling relatively comfortable, here's the way you can get ultra badass at stalling at each of these points and be able to make plane shifting really easy for yourself down the road. You do a superset of these four pedals. So you start off doing right, down, right, up, right, down, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, down, right, up, left, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, down. So if it wasn't clear, I'm going first pedal, back, second pedal, back, third pedal, back, fourth pedal, back, third pedal, back, second pedal, back, first pedal, back. If you can do that and you can make it look clean, good God, you have totally done the Cliff's Notes on a whole variety of cool stalls and plane shifting that are going to come in handy a hell of a lot down the road. So, thank you guys for sitting through this. Thank you guys for joining me for this series. If you've got any suggestions for the next series, please leave me comments, send me email, and I will do my best to fulfill those requests. So, thank you once again for watching, and have yourselves a great week. I will see you back here next Friday. Peace.